샛별.
Alright, I'm just gonna make sure that this is actually working. It should be. Good, good. Ooh, I don't know about you, but today was a long day for me. Well, maybe not long per se, but I did a lot today. It was a busy work day. Wait another minute or so. Any stragglers? uh, I can't beatbox to save my life, but sometimes at least I can hold a beat for the most part. And with that, it is 5:30. Go ahead and turn that down. All right, hello and welcome, my little buttons, to another day and to another stream. Today we're going to be streaming some more Black Book. Next week we will be picking up Jack Move again, and I'm probably just gonna switch between the two until I beat one or the other, and we'll move on to another game. Ugh. You know what I mean. All right, switching to live scene. Let me start up the game here. Give me a second. So mysterious. Ooh, gives me chills. The sound of music in this game always has me kind of like in awe. It's just so pretty. I wouldn't call the game necessarily scary, but it definitely is a little creepy. Also, just really like Vasilisa as a character. She's just so sassy. Continue. Last time we defeated the mermaid, also known as the Rusalka. So I believe we need to face off against her father, which is the Vodyanoi, or the water demon. That we need to for the next seal on our book. But before that, let's talk to Goldie
The other
Igor.
day, I met that woman who sells sweets. Remember her? She got a hernia this big, half the size of her face.
Jeez. Dang, Igor.
Tell me what happened next. How did you become a Khaldun?
Right then. So I'm holding this head. The Chort strangled Prokopy and wanted the head back. And it was exchanged to him, mind you. So he needed to give something to me in return. I figured that one out, young as I was. So I think, what to ask for? Some money? A fancy shirt? So I figured, if I wanted to be a knower, I should think for myself. Bring me, I tell him, the black book. I'll trade it for your hat. They all disappeared, and I'm standing in the circle, waiting. The fiend was gone for a while, returned only at dawn, all covered in stretches. It wasn't easy for him to get it, but he did bring back the book. It was sealed in Sukharev Tower. It was. For how long? No one knows. So, that's how I obtained it and became a Noah. All by myself, as you see.
Why can people see demons?
Who knows? That's for God to decide. Only the knowers see demons.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look at these guys. Goodness. Okay. Okay, we got that. Read that about the Rusalka. Devil's Hoof. Oh yeah, this has a resistance to curse. Curse immunity, which would be extremely handy. Well, okay, maybe not that. Now, what I would want is what was it? What I'd really want is to have resistance to waste, but I have a feeling that I'm probably going to need this anyway, because we're going to go up against the Vodyanoi. Breaker. Oh yeah. And we have a visitor.
Come in, Pachom. We need to think about what to do next.
Ah yes, Pachom is the man who owns the salt mine.
You share the events at the factory.
She even escaped your Zagavars. Only powerful evil spirits are able to do that. I think someone is protecting her.
This demon scared the entire factory. Even after you chased her away, the haunting continues. Some workers saw shadows in the barn. God damn them. But what should we do next? Can't we get the brine back?
We can think of something. We also need the water demons.
That Rusalka mentioned her father. Who could she be talking about?
Rusalka? Christ almighty, God help us. She mentioned her father?
Well, it's clear to me.
The Vodyanoi becomes father to all evil spirits of the water. Vakul is the one we need to go to.
The salt worker grows pale.
Vakul? So the Vodyanoi has something to do with it.
What did you think? You may not have dealt with him with your factory, but maybe you should have. Millers, for instance, all deal with him.
At the factory, I was doing fine with the Vodyanoi that I had.
Whether you were or not, the small Vodyanois are gone. This one has outsmarted them and now rules everywhere. The small ones all went into hiding, and you can't find them now. You can meet him in Hell's Lake.
Oh yeah, I remember this last
Pachom,
time.
go back. You can't do anything now. And you, Vasilisa, get going. Got it?
What do you know about the Vodyanoi?
A powerful chort, and an old one. People say he was here before Christ and remembers the old times. He has
That's not
an underwater
quite as impressive as you
palace,
might think
but
it
he
is.
may speak to you on the lake.
Will you break the seal for me?
Try to convince him. I told you, you won't find any other Vodyanois here. He's hard to convince, though. And I don't know if you'll be able to take him into battle. You're still weak.
I have to outsmart him.
What kind of lake is that?
The Permians call it Vatti. It means swampy lake. It's deep. One chort tried to measure it and lost a rope. The Russians renamed it after the hunting started. If you ask me, Hell's Lake is quite a fitting name.
Time
I
to
see.
go.
I'll get ready.
Well, be careful out there with him. If you strike a bargain with him, stick to it. If something goes wrong, don't panic. You have your black book. God be with you.
Here I go. That's where I am. I could go to the book merchant. See if he has anything good.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can help you gain a better grasp of your book and all the wisdom contained within.
Scat. But I really don't like using the sacrifice. I'm wondering if this means that it will like add a sin to my sin count. Deals twice the amount of damage if against an enemy curse. Shield is doubled if there is an enemy status with a curse status. I have a feeling I'm gonna need those. Just in case. And off we go.
The sun is setting when you see the village of Verkhny O'Neill. You pick up the pace. You need to get to Hell's Lake before dawn. The villagers show you the shortest route to the lake, warning you about the dangers on the road.
Nice.
Pale moonlight falls on rotten and broken trees. You feel the presence of leshis, or some other evil spirits. You whisper a ritual formula and step into the glade. Suddenly, chorts fly from all over. The detritus seems to be their doing. Chorts wound you before you have time to draw a circle.
Oh, come on. Whatever. Hopefully that'll be enough. should have been focusing on this guy. Always take out the healers and the mages first. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was helpful. Random question. Something I meant to ask earlier to everybody. But, if you could pick a game for me to play, what would
A
it be and
pine
why?
tree, cracked by lightning, stands by the edge of a swamp. You know that lightning can be useful, and come closer. The tree is blackened and split in two. Strangely, the air is still filled with the smell of a thunderstorm. Your search soon bears fruit. You find a thunderstone.
Ooh.
You pluck the stone from inside the charred pine and go on your way.
Strengthens plus status. Evoland 2. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Currently playing it. I'll look into it.
You enter the serene, piney woods. Soon after, you find the source of light. There is an old izba amongst the trees, leaning comfortably on a branching pine. With a quiet squeak, the door opens, and a hermit welcomes you.
I have never thought a witch would come and visit me.
Amazing story, music, and unique.
Why do you think I'm a witch?
I feel evil spirits a mile away.
You're calling me an evil spirit?
Come on, don't be mad. Could Providence bring you here? Have a rest. I've put the samovar on and lit it with juniper branches. I have a request to you.
All right, bring your tea.
You drink the tea and rest a bit.
Heck yeah! Ooh, time travel. That's always such a difficult thing to do, but when people manage to pull it off, it can be excellent.
What's your request?
I think you can handle it. Some hunters recently passed by here, but they never left, even after the ice drift. I followed them. Their camp isn't far from here. Their things are all in disarray, as if they never left in the spring. But there's no sign of them. I felt evil spirits there, but I haven't seen anyone.
I have a feeling that they might be dead.
Please, find where the demons kidnapped them.
Campus to the south, you say? I may drop by to find out what happened to
Oh,
them.
Chrono Trigger, man. So I didn't realize that even the smallest things in Chrono Trigger would be counted against you. And so I did like all the wrong things the first time through. And like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Apparently, even just getting the true ending is difficult in and of itself.
So I might be a witch, but who are you?
I'm a hermit, and this is my skeet. I live here, far from worldly things, and serve God. There's plenty of holy saints, and the simple folk have plenty of trouble. So I pray here for the holy spirits to help our people with their troubles. I hope they can hear me.
Your actions have consequences. Whatever, let me play the game. I mean, technically in this game, yeah, my actions have consequences. I think it's because we're so used to playing RPGs in a certain way that you know, you don't realize it until someone actually throws it in your face how bad the protagonists in old RPGs are. Just run into someone's house, talk to the people who are there who don't do anything to you. They're generally rather nice, and you steal everything they have from their house. And they don't say a word.
Show me the way.
Listen, witch. Try to get off this road. There's nothing but trouble for you at its end.
You follow the directions of the hermit and soon come to a clear glade. You notice fir branches and a gap fire. It's clear that the hunters camped here.
Do some detective work. Like there might be an herb there. That's not what I meant to do. I don't want to set off just yet. I'm gonna talk to him.
The gap fire has almost completely burned out. No one leaves fires like this behind in the forest. It seems as if the hunters went away for a moment somewhere, but never came back. The gap fire has almost completely burned out. No one leaves fires like this behind in the forest.
Some of the hunters' things are still scattered about here. You manage to find one of their clumsily written diaries and a small pouch with silver rubles.
I remember the first time I decided to take somebody's money, so I'm not gonna do that.
It's difficult to make out anything from the illiterate scrawlings of a peasant. They consist mainly of hunting observations and notes. Your attention is drawn to a strange passage. February. Old man knocked on the door. Frozen. Started dying during the night. Suffered long. Maybe a Khaldun. Died only in the morning. Would be better if I took down the main beam. February later. Going home soon. Bad sleep at night. Something makes noise in the dark. Scary. February later. Yvonne disappeared at night. Going home. Everyone scared. This is the last entry. It's difficult to make out anything from the illiterate scrawlings of a peasant.
Back. Next.
The axe is covered in rust. A hunter would never leave behind a thing like that. I saw a similar axe by the windmill.
Ha, I knew it. I saw that herb in the background, and I was like, I bet you that's an herb. Okay, now we can set off.
It's unclear where the hunters have gone off to. There's nothing you can do but continue on your way to the lake.
Let's go. Okay.
A foul stream runs through the swamp. You notice two figures sitting on a stone beside it. Through the silence of the night, you hear cold laughter and a muted conversation.
I'm gonna go.
You head for Hell's Lake. You hear a single splash behind you, and then the forest is once again filled with silence.
Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anything important there.
You effortlessly find the fishermen's camp. The peasants have already built a fire and are preparing for a night of fishing.
Night fishing. Mister?
Oh, Christ almighty. What are you doing here? I thought the Rusalka had returned to spoil our nets again. There's no water dripping from your dress, though.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Good evening. I'm looking for a boat to get me to the lake.
Are you out of your mind, girl? How did your Balshak let you out of the house in the first place?
I am not out of my mind, actually. I need to get to the center of the lake to talk to the Vodyanoi.
Vodyanoi? We've already caught some fish. Why don't you go on your own way?
Should I play cards? Let's see real quick.
What if I beat you at cards?
Oh, you have cards with you? This sort of thing we can respect. We'll get you where you need to be, if you can beat us.
Alright. Keep your fingers crossed. But, oh, fine. Dagnabbit. I'm so close. Dang nabbit. Okay.
All right.
So they both have to win
Deal is
against
a
me in order in order for me to lose that. Okay. Phew. That was
Step
close.
into that boat as soon as you're ready. We'll get you to where you need to be.
All right.
I wouldn't call this Hell's Lake. The water is clean. It shines with silver like silk. I wouldn't call this Hell's Lake.
What's the rooster for?
This fire attracts the fish.
Oh,
It means the fishermen are about to set off.
interesting.
This fire attracts the fish.
You come upon the fisherman's belongings. One of them left his wallet among the ropes.
Should have taken the queen and king instead of playing trump on the last card. I'm still learning. I can pick up. Haha! Nice.
You can
Yeah,
get
worked
on a
out
boat
in the end,
and
just
set off
barely.
to the meeting with the Vodyanoi.
Let's go. Just got Jonah and the whale.
You come to your senses at the bottom of the lake and take a sharp, panicked breath. You seem to be able to breathe in the water as if it was air. A cry of amazement echoes dully across the silty lake bed. A familiar rusalka swims up to you from the inky depths.
Well, what do you know? A witch in Vakul's kingdom.
I haven't been underwater for a long time. You alive, Vasilisa?
How do you like your hospitality, sister?
I can breathe here. How is this possible?
You're a knower. You need at least some knowledge for swimming, and the especially knowledgeable are able to walk underwater.
Has Vakul been expecting me?
Well, he knows quite a bit.
Can you guide me to him?
I can. I don't hold a grudge towards you.
I don't believe that for a second.
Did you take the brine?
Vakul is the one who manages everything that's in the water, the salt as well. I'm just a rusalka.
You again. Why don't I deal with you right now?
Here? In my home? Besides, who would guide you to Vakul? You won't make it here without me.
Fair enough.
All right, let's go talk to your Vakul.
You should be more polite. You're in his domain after all. Follow me. First, we'll go to the village through the forest, and then from the Drowner's Circle, it won't take us long.
In the Drowner's Circle.
Stop! Don't swim so fast!
Keep up, witch!
Let's see what we get. The thunder increases the attack of each page. Vodyanoi lives among the humans. When Vodyanoi wife is about to give birth, he takes human form, goes to a town or village, finds a midwife, and invites her to his underwater domain. Afterwards, he offers her a generous reward of silver and gold. People say that one time fishermen caught a child in their nets who was cheerful and played around when he was in the water, but grew sad and cried when brought into an ispa. The child turned out to be the child of Vodyanoi. The fishermen let him go on one condition, that his father drive as many fish into their nets as possible. The underwater family was true to their word. Vodyanoi is quite easy to recognize when he is in his human form. The left flap of his dress always drips water, and wherever he sits he leaves behind a wet seat. Finally, his hair will drip water if he starts to comb it. Ooh. Saints, based on church mythologies, Russian folk mythology was also developed. Christian holidays were reinterpreted and infused with local ceremonies, rituals, and beliefs. Christian saints were imbued with miraculous abilities of patronage and intercession, serving as protectors of the home, the people, livestock, farming, and crafts. Saint Nicholas, for example, favors not only sailors but also wild animals, agriculture, beekeeping, and construction. St. George, Igori the Brave, is the patron saint of cattle. He is known as Wolf Shepherd, who also serves as the patron saint of hunters. Among the peasantry, the cult of the Virgin Mary was different from how the church depicts her. She was more down to earth and made her presence known in everyday activities. She is more sympathetic and acts as a helper in difficult situations, a protector against evil spirits and an intercessor in heaven. She is the patron saint of maidens, women, and those in labor. Fascinating. Water. Water is a hostile element for man. Man has no innate ability to swim, but must learn how to do it. That is why those who knew how to swim were considered familiar with evil spirits. In medieval Europe, if a woman surfaced after being thrown into the water, she was considered a witch and then burned or tortured. Which sadly is, yeah. That is something they did to suss out witches. This is so neat. To the seaweed thicket. Not the guy who
You
was
can
with
hardly
me didn't
keep
die.
up with the rusalka swimming in the murky water. Soon, a wall of seaweed appears before you. Your guide dives into the thicket and disappears among the underwater trees. You hesitantly follow her. Suddenly, a drowner from the dark appears, accompanied by a couple of chorts.
This is a really neat idea. I mean, it's not the first time that I've seen an underwater battle take place, but I mean, even the sound is. It sounds like you're underwater. He isn't cursed, so. Very nice.
You go on your way through the river grass. After some time, you walk into a glade dotted with river shells. The white mollusk shells gleam mysteriously, like stars frozen still on the riverbed. One of the shells catches your attention. It emanates an ancient, enchanted power.
Nice.
On the outskirts of the underwater forest, you notice a village. You witness a strange, weird semblance of life. The chimneys are emitting silt, and drowners go about their business. The dead don't seem to care about you. Through the windows of one of the izbas, you notice the silhouettes of household spirits. It's
Just talk.
difficult to make out the mumbling of these lonely susiedkos. They don't seem to understand what's going on, or why their residents behave in such a strange manner. You explain that their house is at the bottom of a lake. The spirits exchange surprised glances and disappear. Seems like one of them leaves you a handful of silver coins.
Oh, that was nice.
You pass by the last of the dead men's houses. On the edge of the village, your old acquaintance, the Rusalka, is waiting for you.
A fine guide you are. I was nearly torn apart by chorts in that grass. What's a couple of chorts to such a renowned knower?
She totally holds a grudge.
Besides, there's no such thing as a safe path over here. And for my friends, I choose the safest possible. Friends? I don't even know your name. Oh, I thought you'd never ask. My name is... I don't remember. What's wrong with me? Why can't I remember? Wait! I can't keep up with you!
The Rusalka swims away into the pitch-black depths.
Visit the cemetery.
You find a cemetery next to the sunken village. The crosses are broken, eaten away by worms. You carefully step on the dead grass that covers the cemetery soil. Your skin starts to crawl. The chorts are near. You bravely venture into the middle of the cemetery and draw a circle. The demons appear soon after. Black figures step out from the darkness around you.
Beautiful. Fresh opinions. Heck yeah! Granny saw Vodyanoi. Once my granny walked down to the river. It was not very late, around 11 at night. She was looking for her calf, but came upon a monster. She couldn't see its legs, she said, but its hands were like those of a frog. It sat there in the water and didn't make a sound, other than that of water splashing. At first she didn't realize what she'd seen, and only when she stepped away from the river did she realize it was a Vodyanoi that could have drowned her. Strangely, she wasn't frightened at first, as her thoughts were occupied with finding her calf. Interesting. Shell. Haven't gotten enough knowledge yet. circle. Looks like Stonehenge. Is she like just wigging out? Perhaps I should talk with her first.
Get out of here, witch! Go search for your Vodyanoi on your own!
If she was, I haven't seen her. Hi, guys! Mom says hi.
So this is how you keep your promises.
What were you expecting? I'm a demon. I don't care. I don't even remember my own name.
You don't? Well, it figures. You became a demon, so you lost your human name.
Became a demon?
Sure. Akul didn't tell you? Well, why would he?
I used to be the same as you.
Well, if you'd been a nowhere, you wouldn't have drowned.
I want to remember the past me. Before all of this.
I can help. Is there any way you're afraid to swim?
There is. Something that sunk beyond the fishing nets.
Let's go there. Akul can wait.
Yes. Let's hurry. What's your name, witch?
Vasilisa. Why do the dead walk in circles here?
The Vodyanoi told me he put these 7 here to walk clockwise. As a testament to the old times.
What are these idols here?
Sorcery of some kind. Who's the witch here, anyway?
It's time to go. Lead on.
Yes, let's hurry for the slave, I said. It's not as scary with you.
There are 2 drowners in the fishing nets. They untangle and tear the strings, freeing the lake dwellers stuck inside. The dead are distracted by their work and pay no attention to you.
I can probably walk around.
The dead are so absorbed in their business that they pay no attention to you or the Rusalka near you.
I want the herb, Vastia. Vastia. There we go.
There's someone's skulls here. Does it belong to the sleigh driver or to that Rusalka? There's someone's skulls here. The sleighs are used in winter time. Maybe this is the sleigh on which this Rusalka drowned. The sleighs are used in winter time.
Box here.
Next to the sunken sleigh lies a broken chest. You search its contents, and amid the rotten fabrics, you find a well-preserved photo and a pendant. It is an elegant thing, with precious jewels. There is some writing on the back. Yevdokia. Could that be her name? Miraculously, the photograph is in excellent condition. There is writing on the back. E and P Frolovs. At the bottom of the chest, you find several coins.
It looks like a cemetery for boats, logs, and the like. There's something on the surface. A maelstrom, perhaps. It looks like a cemetery for boats, logs, and the like.
These sleighs give me chills. Have you found anything?
I found a pendant. Could it be yours? There's a name on the back. Yevdokia.
Could be. A beautiful thing.
You can keep it if you want. I found a photo. It's of a girl who looks like you.
That is me. And who is that?
Pahom, a salt worker. It says here you have the same family name. Is he a relative?
Maybe? I don't remember. I can't remember.
There's your portrait on the photo, and the first letter of the name on the pendant, Yevdakia. That's your name, Rusalka.
Yevdakia. Yes, that's my name. I think I'm starting to remember. Pahom is my father.
And you came back to the factory to kill the workers? At your own factory?
Not like she knew Vasya.
I was sent by the Vodyanoi. I didn't know. Lord, my memory is like murky water. I have to get out of here. I don't belong in the dead man roundelays. Let go. Let me go.
Stop! You'll die up there in the morning. Or you'll be driven off by the cross. We'll ask Vakul about this. It's time to go to the Vodyanoi.
Let's go. I know the way.
The Rusalka guides you to the mouth of the cave. Before you take another step, she stops you with a slight touch of her icy hand.
Vasya, stop! That bike lives in this hole.
So you led me into a trap?
No. Well, perhaps it is a sort of a trap. But for now, I don't want this fish to eat you.
Can't we go around it?
The way to the Vakul palace is through this hole.
Then, when the fish comes out, strike it with your claws. It won't expect it. I'll finish it off with Zagavars.
All right, Vasya.
She's much more pleasant now that she remembers her name. Generation. Ugh, goodness. It has 350 HP. Ooh, pardon me. This is probably going to be a bit of a long one. Presentation. Great. Have anything? That's... have to keep an eye on that. Have to be wary for this next time. Have Proshka defend me, because I'm gonna need it. Oh. managed to get rid of that regeneration. Ch- Attack itself. It did. At least I'm making some headway. Here we go. Get somewhere. Ouch. Could have been worse. That was a good one. Pardon me. Ugh, tense battle. Ugh. Ba- ba- Yeah. We're almost there. Okay. Ba- ba-dow, ba-dow, ba-dow. Ba-dow. Almost there. Helpful. Yes! Ooh, I got a pike tooth. Your first Zagovar always has pike tooth bite on the page. Interesting.
The pike falls on the river silt with a hiss. In a moment, it disappears, as if it's never been there.
Oh.
A rusalka swims out of the seaweed and points you into the depths of the pike cave. Inside the cave, you realize that you're exhausted. You need to find a place to camp.
Alright then. Salt worker's photo. And the pike tooth. Figured it out, you scoundrel. Chorts live in mills and mermaids swim and wash their hair in ponds. God forbid anyone pass by a mill on the night of Pentecost. For on that night they have weddings there and drag anyone who passes by to make merry with them. Either that or they lure you into their circle, dance, and tickle you to death. However, there was once a fellow who tricked the mermaids. He joined their circle dance but had 2 crosses with him, one on his chest and one on his back. Figured it out, you scoundrel, the elder mermaid cried, and kicked him out of the circle. Alright then. That was kind of anticlimactic. Okay, let's see.
How will we get out of here? Granted, I'm not really a cat, but I still don't like being underwater.
Fair enough.
Soon, Proshka. As soon as we get to the Vodyanoi.
You could always stay here with the other demons, you know.
As if that'd be any better.
Rest a bit, Vasya. We still have 1 day of travel.
Why do you think the Vodyanoi sent you as my guide?
I think he sensed your power. But he didn't tell me this.
What kind of demon is he anyway?
The Vodyanoi has been ruling over the local rivers and lakes for a long time. He was here long before the new god. His palace is at the very depths of the Bluestone. His riches are immeasurable. Ushkuiniks brought him sacrifices as well as millers, fishermen, beekeepers. Everyone who works near the river or a lake has to deal with the Vodyanoi. Us two drowners.
How far is it to the palace?
Not far. Rest a bit now, and then we'll get to it.
This road looks old. Vakul also has complete economy here, with villagers and everything.
The drowners that have been here a long time are saying that this road used to be sacred. Each night, the old gods used to walk it. Now everything's changed to the new rules, and that's why Vakul is angry.
What do you remember from your past?
I remember my father. He brought me up by himself. I remember very little. Nothing else comes to mind.
Don't worry, Evdokia. You'll remember.
Oh, Vasya, who knows? I'm dead, aren't I? What was I doing, Lord Almighty? What will happen to me now? We, the dead, know only one thing. It's better to be alive.
That's kind of deep, actually. I don't think there's much else I can do, but we shall save. Oops. Off to the palace, I suppose. Off to the palace.
An eel emerges from the seaweed, followed by a burbot. After several moments, you are surrounded by a swarm of eels and burbots that move through the seaweed as a huge herd. You soon notice the shepherds. Several drowners with paddles direct the group to a destination known only to them. The drowners stop the fish to talk to you. It turns out that this school of fish was part of a wager that some Vodyanoi lost to Vakul in a game of cards. They are from a river near the Church of the Trinity. Now the dead are steering this herd through the domain of the local evil spirits. After this conversation, you understand evil spirits a little bit better.
Whoa. Look at that. That is trippy. Whoa. Wow. That. Ooh, that makes me a little dizzy. Goodness.
An old grave can make out the name. What happens to the drowners when their gulbets rots entirely? An old grave can make out the name.
But yeah, please. I wanted to talk to Evdokia. Go back. Evdokia. This whole thing again. I'm just gonna cover my eyes for a sec. So. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but man, thank God I'm not like wearing VR stuff, you know? I want to talk to the mermaid. See Dukia.
So many graves. All for the Vodyanoi entertainment?
Entrance to the cave.
I heard this is where Vakul collects the graves of his victims. As soon as anyone drowns, a gulbets grows here.
Like flowers? Just pops up like a daisy?
We could perhaps find your name here.
I didn't even think of looking here. I want to go home now, to the surface.
The Vodyanoi may agree to let you go. I'll have to think this through. I'll go take a look at the grave.
I feel a kind of kinship with that gulbets over there. No, I won't approach it.
What's that cave over there?
It belongs to the Vodyanoi. Dead men are forbidden to go there. I can show it to you, though. You're not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Enough rummaging in the cemetery.
Are you ready to continue on?
Wait, I forgot something here.
An old grave can make out the name.
The mermaid got bits.
You find the grave the Rusalka pointed out and wipe away the cold silt from the wooden tablet. Indeed, it is the grave of Pahom's daughter. Near the grave, you find Yevdokia's old cross.
See what that
I
cave's
think
about.
I can see an entrance to a cave. I need to ask the Rusalka what it is.
Wait, is this basically like the the credits area. They each have their own graves. Don Watson, Red Melon, Winged Crocodile, Craig Watcher, Suvorov TV, Avery Lustermore, Lynn, there's more over here. It's a pretty neat area, actually. Josh Lowry, David Beckham. Nerdy Glitterbug, Becca Joppinger Bryan, Aaron Garrett. I can't read Cyrillic. Sorry, something's bothering my eye. Nicarise. Back there. Redbeard Sean O'Leary. Irina and Randall Dorn. Ash Montague. Kel Marissa. Don Upson. Christopher Gardner. Griffin. Vladimir. Sergey Morzov. Laboo. Rainy Rabbit. Bo Shuet. Marco E. Torres II. And Ivanil Reyes. Paulino Maisto. Goodness. Brandon Evans. Vasilisa. Christopher Wolf. Bethany Sromovsky. Kat McDonald. Brandon Evans. Coop. Aurelio Carballeda Esteves. I don't know what happens if I like go through this whole thing. Irenea, Trixon, Ben Yoruling, Anders Ray, Maurizio Seduto. Ooh, Whiplash. Rosecorb, Childs, Christopher something or other. Christopher Cotto. Leatherbeard, Dylan McAdam, Redboard Cry? I don't know. Redboard Cry? Billy Brisbane Collette, Anastasia Manchina, Vladlin Manchin, Patrick Irvin, Stephanie Royer. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Matt B. Mike Armour. I have to come back because this is a lot to explore. As cool as it is. Here we go again. Okay.
So many graves. All for the Vodyanoi's entertainment? I hope I won't get my own gallbets here.
No guarantees, Vasya.
I heard this is where Vakul collects the graves of his victims. As soon as anyone drowns, a Gulbets grows here.
Enough rummaging in the cemetery.
Are you ready to continue on?
Yes, show me the way.
Let's visit this Hulk cave.
This cave feels old. As if this crawl space leads to the underworld. This cave feels old.
This cave is closed to the dead. Vakul doesn't allow it.
Will you go there with me?
He'll let you out. I'm not sure about me.
So no one's ever been in this cave?
They say a drowner entered it, but Vakul punished him later. He ate him, I think.
Why do you think he forbids entrance?
Maybe he keeps treasure here. Maybe he put some monster inside to keep an eye on it.
Talk later.
Pick up herb, Peter's Cross. I just clipped through the wall. Ooh, nice. Whoa. Chest. Take a look at the cave.
All the walls used to be decorated here, but now it's all been washed off. Some kind of a bear or a moose. Can't make out.
Got some cave paintings. Let's check the chest.
Some pieces of copper are lying in the chest. Are they badges or something? Could they be Chut's badges? They have no powers left in them. Some pieces of copper are lying in the chest.
Rays of light lead the way into the depths of the cave.
Let's go. Stick my
The
nose where it
winding
don't belong.
paths lead you to a huge altar. Who and how performed services here? You stop in hesitation. A drawing that appeared on the wall looks more recent than the others. It depicts a lizard-like pike. You think you've seen an image like that, but wasn't it a bear? You return from your thoughts to the present moment when you notice a sudden blue flash. A silver mask lies on the altar.
Do I take the mask or not?
You brush the dust off the ancient mask and exit the cave.
Just to cover the faces of the dead in old days.
The Rusalka finally leads you to the Vodyanoi's palace gates. They're guarded by two watchmen who, as it seems, are unable to find common ground in an argument.
No, I cursed and cursed. It's you who didn't curse enough.
You can't even talk straight, not to mention tear some nets. He's mad because of you.
Oh, Rusalka.
You again, my little friends. I'm leading the Nowhere to Vakul, as he told me to.
We're busy. Come another day.
Maybe we can just swim over them?
We can't. There's sorcery here. There's only one entrance to the palace.
Listen, dead man. Vakul called me here himself, and if you won't let me pass, he'll be even angrier.
Even angrier?
Precisely. So move, why don't you?
Wait. We have an order. Only let the knowers in. So, if you're a knower, you should be able to answer this riddle of ours.
Let's do it.
Very well. I'm good at these sort of things.
It purrs and purrs, but won't pour out. It runs and runs, but won't run out.
It pours and pours, but won't pour out. It runs and runs, but won't run out.
A river?
It's a river. I've heard more difficult ones.
Well, that's correct. All right, go through. But oh, your is a riddle is to blame.
You leave the angry drowners and go on your way. The interior of the Vodyanoi's palace doesn't look like old fairy tales. There are old planks instead of the crystal walls, and the place is overgrown with river grasses. You open your book in anticipation. You never know what kind of pests might be hiding in the old palace. Your vigilance pays off. A couple of chorts step out from the darkness.
Okay, so some pretty common torts already. I'd say this is definitely not your average RPG adventure. I kind of like it because of that, you know? Beautiful. Ooh, I have enough. Yee. Oh, what to do, what to do. Mages deal more damage. I really could use that. Oh, I can't because I need to be level 10. Send them on more useless jobs. Right, I did get a new chart. Send him catch the dawn in a bottle. guess it doesn't. I can't send him right now. Gambling evil spirits. A Leshy, having lost in cards to a neighboring Leshy, may pay him by driving animals, squirrels, or hares to his domain. For men, it was a harbinger of war. The Leshy also tended to mushrooms and berries. The Vodyanoi is also known to gamble, but he pays his debts with schools of fish and other water wildlife. Makes sense. Mermaid's Cross. Gain +4 rewards on the start of the battle. We'll go with the Mermaid's Cross for now. Guys done? Won't let me send you on a meaningless job, so. Let's save. Okay. Oh, there's a gatehouse. Go to the gatehouse first. Achievement unlocked. Cow level.
Near the empty gatehouse, you find a huge herd of cows. Among the animals walks an exhausted peasant. He notices you and rushes over to you.
Christ almighty, immortal man. She's alive and not haunted.
Be careful not to crush the witch. Oh, I will drag you even further.
A witch? I should have known. There's no other Christian soul around here except for mine. This is where I die.
But you're breathing.
Don't be so quick to write me off as a spirit. I can help you if you need me to.
You can? Praise the Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
But it won't be that easy to get you out. I think we should order a prayer. Then Vakul will let you go himself.
Take it. Here's the money I've made here. I am from Nekrasova village. Find my wife there. They've been searching for me. They'll order a prayer. I'm sure of it.
All right. I'll find your wife if I pass through there. Don't lose hope.
The moved peasant catches a tear trickling from his eye and bows deeply before you.
Interesting. They forgot to make some of the dead bodies move, like they're floating in the water.
While looking at this corpse, Vakul sold it. You'd never know that this is how he makes new drowners.
So that's how drowners come to be.
Interesting.
The treasures of the Vodyanoi consist of all sorts of things. Silver and gold coins, icon frames studded with precious stones. There aren't any icons in the icon frames.
I'm not gonna test my luck there.
Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
What can you tell me about him?
He's old, has his quirks. He's winning today, so he should be in a good mood. Listen, if he offers you gold, don't take it. Ask for fish scales instead. It's all different here in this world. It's not like what people are used to. Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
Wait a moment.
Talk to these drowners first, I think.
So, got what you were after, witch. What else do you want?
Will the Vodyanoi be here soon?
That's none of your business. promise we wouldn't let you in anyway. He comes when he wishes to.
What kind of a duo are you anyway?
Who knows? Who knows? Perhaps we're future Vodyanoi.
Very well. We'll talk later.
Talk to the dumb one. We're just gonna make noises to each other. Oh, that's funny. Like, we don't even talk to him. We just make funny noises at him.
Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
It's not a good thing to say Rusalka. She can send bad weather and drown a man. One time, one was seen washing on the shore saying, "Oh, I've been waiting so long." No bear noises this time. Then she disappeared. But a physician from our village went to have a dip there. Didn't believe in God or the devil, that one. So he dived down and never came up. But Rusalka drowned him for his disbelief. It was just like, like we're having an entire conversation. I have no idea what we're saying to each other.
Yes, bring him in.
Year after year, it's getting worse and worse. So you threw some coins on the old altar. You're not a simple girl. You can solve riddles, but that's only half of it. It means you speak the language of spirits.
Greetings, Vodyanoi grandfather. My name is Vasilisa.
I know your name. I know of everything in my kingdom. Do you think I couldn't get you this very moment unless I really wanted to? I wanted to see what kind of a human you are. You've been helping others. Found out the name of Rusalka. I don't approve of that. You have no business taking my servants away. Well, what brings you here?
I wanted to ask you, what's been going on at the salt factory? Did you send the Rusalka and take the brine?
I have this acquaintance of mine. Demidov is his name. Do you know what he did when he built his factory? He threw a glove into the water. Then he took out the other glove, cut out 3 fingers of it, and threw it also into the water. Do you know why?
Demidov threw a glove into the water. Why is this?
I'm guessing it's a talisman? If it was a sacrifice, that doesn't sound like much of a sacrifice.
Threw this glove to keep his factory safe.
I haven't heard anything since.
No, I failed. Hang on.
Sacrifice. He promised me a human sacrifice. And not one, but several.
Go back. I'm gonna totally cheat on this one. Skip that.
Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself. Ready?
What can you tell me?
He's all. Listen, it's all. Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, he won't show himself.
Yes, bring him in.
Year after year, it's getting worse and worse. You can.
Greetings, Vodyanoi.
I know you. I wanted
Yes.
you been out west.
I wanted to ask you, what's been going on at this?
I have this. Then he took.
Demidov threw a glove into the water. He promised you a living human sacrifice.
Good job. I can see it's no accident that you can breathe underwater. Did you guess the number of lives?
1 glove, followed by another one with 3 fingers cut off.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5 fingers on one glove, and he cut 3 on the other. So 8 in total.
Oh, wait. No. Dag nabbit. I meant 7. No, hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then... 3. So, yeah, no, it was supposed to be 7. My math skills are admittedly not the best. But I never claimed to be the best at that.
Unless I announce you to the Vodyanoi, yes.
Skip all that.
It's getting worse.
Greeting.
Yep, we're good.
What's been going on? Demida threw a glove into the
Sacrifice.
One glove. 5
7.
finger on one glove and 2 on the other. He promised you 7 offerings.
Correct, witch. You certainly do have knowledge. 7th round. Later I'll put them to work in a circle to remember the days of old. You saw it yourself. And what now? I'd be content with some fisher pouring vodka into the lake. I won't stand for this.
So he's mad because nobody offers him human sacrifices anymore.
Your salt walker also promised me a sacrifice, but he wasn't very eager with making good on it. But I'll take what is due.
You yourself dragged Evdokia to the bottom.
Yes, I myself. Before his salt works, he had a water meal. That's when we made a contract. For this violation, he paid with his daughter. Wasn't eager to pay the tribute for his factory. He's paying for it now.
So you're to blame for all these deaths.
Mind who you're talking to, witch. I took only what's mine to take. For your words, I could turn you into a drowner, but today I will be kind.
How does he get the brine back now?
Do you want to know what to do next? I'll tell you, but you will have to do it properly afterwards. Don't you want to learn anything else?
To begin with, I wanted to ask you. I know the name of the Rusalka. Let her go. Now!
Do I look like a bandit to you? Does she look a bride? She can't be saved by a name. She's already dead. You can't bring anyone back from the afterlife.
No. There are ways.
You are talking about your book. She doesn't have anything like that. She will do her time with me. When it is her time to return to the surface, I will let her go, to heaven or hell. That is not for me to decide, and certainly not for you.
I wanted to ask you. What's this cave with writings on the walls?
I've been living here for a long time. Everything used to be different here. There used to be a grave. I kept what's left. Old traditions shouldn't disappear. I simply want to let them.
I wanted to ask you. I need to break the seal on the book.
I know this book, and I know how to break the seal. I'll break it if you do my bidding.
I wanted to ask you. How do I get the brine back? How do I break the seal?
Do you want to know what to do next? I'll tell you, but you will have to do it properly afterwards. Don't you want to learn anything else?
Tell me what you want.
Yes, now there's a good witch. I need a helper on land. You will go to the boathouse that's not far from Gilgard. You will find some bandits there. Lately, they too have forgotten to make offering to me. Make them restore this good tradition.
All right, as you wish.
I like you, Vasilisa. We can become friends after I break the seal. I choose a gift for you. A chest of golden coins or a handful of fish scales.
I'll take
Scales,
the
please.
scales. You can't find any such things on the surface.
As you wish, witch. Now return to the surface. Well, have a nice trip. Well, meet right after you fulfill my task. Perhaps at the old watermill of Mahom. I'll break your water seal. And the brine, it depends on Mahom. Surely I'll be able to find a couple of gloves.
You return to your senses on the bank of the Rusalka backwater. You spit out muddy water and inspect your things. Everything is where it should be. With a shudder, you clutch for the black book. It's also here. Only the fish scales have disappeared. To your surprise, you notice a heavy sack with gold coins in its place.
Time to regroup.
Grandpa, I'm back.
Vasilisa, I did some divinations the other day. Learned that Vakul is holding you captive. And then I went to the Church of the Trinity, did what needed to be done. That's why the water demon let you go.
The prayers may not be the reason. He had a task for me.
You tell old Yegor about the events of recent days.
So that Miller was Pahom. Interesting. Vodyanoi doesn't forget his subjects. Be on the lookout with this demon. He may try to pull one over on you.
I don't trust demons, just as you taught me.
And that's why you helped the Rusalka. That is not the same as a changeling girl. We need to be careful in our line of work, or you'll wind up beneath the earth. Anyway, we need to think about something else. Ask the bandits about Vakul. They might give you some advice.
All right, Grandpa. What kind of bandits make offerings to him?
I think river bandits. Not a rare sort nowadays. They may be escaped convicts or former factory workers. You're a powerful knower. They can't hurt you. Curse them if they try anything. Don't let them catch their breath.
I met Rusalka. Do you think we can help her?
The Rusalka? She's dead already. How can you help a dead person? Well, I'm sorry, Vasilisa. I spoke without thinking. I don't think she has friend that can help her.
But I found her name. It must mean something.
You're saying she's Pahom's daughter? Let him think about it.
Can I at least free her from the Vodyanoi?
That spirit holds on to his droners until their early time is up. He might let them go sooner, for the right price. Sometimes, of course, they can be saved with prayer. Vodyanois who are weaker than ours have a lower price. What price will Vakul ask? No one knows. You can try it if you want to, but the seal takes priority. Don't you forget that.
Do you think he will keep his promise about the salt and the seal?
I dealt with him once, also at a mill. Did everything he had to, but also took all that he could. A powerful shot. Now it's your turn. You'll beat him, never doubt that.
I see. Time to go.
All right. That pot house of yours isn't far from Salatnova, to the west of Kusheva.
Nekrasova isn't far. One drowner asked me to help him.
I'll get Pahom in the meantime. God help you.
Could you maybe bring me a jug of milk? And some pruno, as much as possible. Instead of bothering me with all that questions.
Yes, Vasilisa. Why won't you treat our guest with mash? Here you go, Proshka, lad. Take it.
Thank you, Grandpa. What a nice guy.
Since when are you getting along so well?
Since the time Proshka saved all our books.
Yeah, there were mice all over. They ate your books, you know? And I caught them all.
So
Good
it turned
kitty.
out not a bad thing to have any caught at home. He caught all the mice.
What else do you want to know?
What happened next? How did you live in a church?
Vasilisa, hard to remember. As if all the memories were gone with the wind.
So, you don't remember anything?
Just a bit. Too little. Well, what you looking at? Try to live such a long time, and then we'll see how good you are with all this remembering business. I do remember living in a rich house where I always sat. As a susietka, I guess. And I looked over all 3 sides.
All 4, you mean?
No. I remember this quite well. 3 of them. Our side, 1 below, and 1 above. And then there was a wind. It blew at all times, cold, northern. And river shells whispered me something.
Sounds eerie.
No, it was alright. But it is not the whole story. Just give me some time, and I will have it all. What else do you want to know?
Why do you need a Pruno? You're undead.
The undead need a treat from time to time, don't they? You know, they sometimes treat Susietkas and the parents. Why am I any different? What else do you want to know?
Let's go. We'll talk later.
I like Brushka. Okay. Still out? Weird. $7:21. I think I have enough time to play some Nurak. Save. And we'll play a game before I have to finish stream. Playing against Odigor. It's like diamonds might be our trump. How many times do we have to teach you this, old man? achievement unlocked card player. So I can still learn. Alright, I still have a few more minutes, so I think one more game should be okay. Alright. Looks like hearts is the trump. I think that's what that is. Kind of hard to see it. I'm finally starting to get the achievement unlocked, beat the old man in a card game. Reminds me of Little Karibo, and he did like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series. It's card games on motorbikes. Card games on motorcycles. Wasn't paying attention. Dang nabbit. The old man can beat me too. I think that's all the time I have for card games at the moment. Go ahead and save. At least I got that achievement though, so that's pretty neat. Oh, hello, Slyfight. I'm so glad that you could make it just as I'm ending, if you weren't already here. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I hope that wasn't too boring for you. Next Thursday, we'll be going on with Jack Move. For those of you that do remember Jack Move, it is a silly and fun RPG that's like cyberpunk. A cyberpunk RPG, which makes it really fun and unique. But yeah. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do on Monday yet. I may play some more Coral Island. Maybe I'll do some more Potionomics. It's kind of a toss-up, really. Let's see. Who is streaming today? Blossom! Let's totally raid Blossom. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna hashtag maid raid Blossom. Let us give it a second.
Long time ago, there was a boy named Cyrus who lived here. He seemed to shun others and he preferred the company of machines.
Alright, bye guys. I hope to see you soon.